Claim your royal robes. A new Lost Legacies event has just begun in The Sims 4 and it is available from 3rd of February until the 16th of March. Before we take a look at how the event begins, let us take a look at what rewards you can get through this event. The Antique Curio Display, an elegant display with a plush velvet field ideal for showcasing your latest found treasures. And as we can see in the image, there is key molding, so that's probably where you'll put keys that you collect. Next we have the heirloom easel of the Darong family. Once a favorite of the Darong family elder, this easel has held his last painting for generations. With the portrait's donation to the Museum of Art, this easel is now an icon of the Ndebele people's creativity and the Darong family's love of painting. Breathe new life into it with every piece you create and bring a dignified influence of Ndebele style to any space. The Darong family key, a stately key etched with patterns and accented by a copper palm. Sturdy and strong, it's a key that will endure through the ages. Can be displayed on the Antique Curio display table. That is the first item we saw as a reward, so like I said, you're gonna collect keys and display it in that case. Then you get 100 satisfaction points, no need to explain that. Draped memorial display table. All worlds have unique ways to honor loved ones, but a memorial display is a universal concept. It allows us to celebrate their lives and remember them. This display can hold sentimental items like a timeless capture photo since you've been gone incense, or a whispering wren messenger statue for sending heartfelt notes. So I think this is like goes hand in hand with life and death. So this particular item is pack exclusive. You do require life and death for this item because that is where the memorial tables are presented to us. Then we have luxurious morning robes. Embrace the day in comfort with these flowing silken robes in fine silk and elegant embroidery. You'll be ready to handle royal duties with poise. I like it, yeah. Elegant and old tarnished key. An antique silver key capped with a flourish at its bow. You wonder about the grand home it once must have safeguarded, and the stories that unfolded within. Can be displayed in the Antique Curio display table. Another key we get, awesome. 5,000 simoleons, I don't need to explain that one to you. Cap library bookcase. Ooh, they don't make them like they used to. And the same goes for this elegant bookcase, straight from the library of the Cap family estate. Exploring their ancestral history, rare books and genealogy treasures. Members of the staff will even tell you family members would occasionally disappear near the bookcase. Who knows? Maybe it carries some secrets of its own. The Cap family key, a twisted brass key with leaves spread from its bow. It's beautiful and dramatic, much like the family it hails from. Can be displayed on the Antique Curio display table. Piano Volume 1 book, I'm not going to explain that either. Oh, okay, so we got another pack exclusive item. This one is for Horse Ranch, which makes sense because that's the only pack you get the horses with. Embroidered duchy saddle. For any noble citizen, a duchy saddle is the one and only option, featuring custom embroidery symbolic of their house and plush velvet made from the best silk. It is the epitome of luxury for your cherished steed. Antique jeweled ring. This ring is a statement for the ages with its intensely colored stone and magnificent embellishments, but the most treasured thing about it is the feeling you get when you hold it. Faded memories of enduring love, family conflicts and heartbreaking loss comes forth as you slide it gently over your finger. Creepy but cool skeletal key. I like that name for this item. An ominous key crowned with a skull and not a scratch inside. Testing results return one hint to its origins. It was carved from death metal. Can be displayed in the Antique Curio display table as well. Piano Volume 2 book. Embossed filigree eye patch. Enhance your mystique with this finely tooled eye patch made of the finest leather and sold by the pirate turned artisan Swady Gray. Logic Volume 1. Okay, we get a few items that's just like generic items, you know. Ceremonial dedication Fenestra for Cordelia Thebe 1. Created by the Verdamar Glassmakers Guild for the dedication of Cordelia Thebe I. This impressive creation of stained glass is a historic symbol of naval might and family pride. The glass lives encased in a window frame made of parts salvaged from the wreck of the infamous pirate galleon Maraudade, symbolizing the country's harmony with their piracy culture. Regal residents. Living in luxury has its perks. Sims on this lot enjoy needs that decay slower and longer lasting happy moods as the property value rises. They'll also see friendlier social outcomes, react strongly to broken items, and unlock a special brag about my Lux Life interaction. That is so cool. We're getting a new lot trait in the event and it is base game compatible, so you don't require any packs for this lot trait, which I think is amazing. The Thebe family key, a golden key with a green patina and a seashell crown. It whispers tales of adventure amongst the darkest places in the deep. This can also be displayed on the antique courier display table. Instant hygiene, okay, you guys know this one, it's a potion. Glittering fairy princess gown. Now this is pack exclusive to Enchanted by Nature. Glitter, silk and organza come together to create this ethereal vision of a gown. It's perfect for dramatic moonlit flight through enchanted forests, your skirt billowing behind you. Ladies front lacing corset. Oh, that is so pretty. The sturdy front laces and bond stays of this corset will shape your figure within an inch of your life. But at last, you'll look pastoral and elegant with flowy sleeves and soft ruffles, sucking. Okay, I like that, that's cool. 500 satisfaction points, you know what that is. Master of Grudges, an aspiration. Oh my goodness, we got a lot trait and an aspiration that's base game. Awesome. The Sims want to resolve bitter feelings for an enemy through petty but satisfying vengeance. I like that, that sounds really awesome. 10,000 simoleons, I mean who doesn't love some money, so make sure you're playing with a family where you want them to have some extra money. 1000 satisfaction points and retraiting potion. Okay, well that's all the rewards for this event. I am gonna kick off my event and start the first week's challenges, so you guys can join me along for that ride. Now, firstly, in order to trigger the event, you have to go into live mode. Just wait a moment, it will pop up a message for you, and that's where you start the event. Then you will see in your top left corner is where the event icon is, where you can see your challenges and open the rewards menu. So for week 1, the first challenges we have here are to watch the news on the TV and then ask about the Durong family. Okay, we have watched the news. It says, news alert, an envoy has been spotted in town and they appear to be royal in nature. Several local residents claim to have seen them. Stay tuned for updates on this intriguing development. Awesome, so let's continue onwards and go to the next part of this event. We need to ask about the Durong family. And if you hover over a task, it will tell you how to actually do this task. So just by reading the task, I didn't know exactly who must I ask, but because I hovered, I realized I need to ask the envoy about this. So I click my sim self and I let her call the envoy, so the envoy actually comes to me so I can do this task. Okay, so they say the Durong family. The Durong family has always valued fine works of art. Their homes are adorned with masterpieces from renowned classic painters. Why not take an easel and paint for yourself? You might uncover clues in the process. I must move on for now. If you find any clues, don't tell anyone but me. Hint: you can now claim a new easel in the event rewards or find one in the inventory. Now, I have an easel at my house, so I'm just going to use that and let my sim make her painting. Okay, painting completed. What a magnificent work of art, but making art is only the beginning. Knowing the artist's intent and message is where true art comes to life. Expressing feelings about it is certainly a good idea. It's what the Durongs would have wanted. You should give it a try. Okay, so the next task is I must express my feelings about the art, you know? Express feelings about art. We can say it lacks the emotion that was intended, but not bad. You'll get rewarded simoleons. Or you can choose the expression of the soul is always touching and get satisfaction points. Or you can choose some feelings cannot be expressed in words and then get an inspired potion. Now, judging by the actual painting my sim made, she is low level painting skill. She doesn't have any skill yet. I will take the first option and gladly accept the simoleons. Stephanie feels rather proud of the new painting but wonders if the Durong family would appreciate it. She can't help but feel she was left behind. Where did the envoy go? It's time to find out. Okay, so we finished the first set of challenges. There is a second set of challenges. I want to say there's 2 sets every week, but in any case, you have to go into live mode and let it play, and just give it a moment. It's gonna pop up the next set of stuff for you, so just press play and give it a moment to pop up that stuff. And then in this case, it reads The Wrong Beginnings. The envoy feels polished in their delivery and mission. It's worth keeping an eye on them and follow their lead for now to see where this leads. Okay, so the next challenge says we need to visit the Willow Creek Archive Library. So we're just gonna travel over to the library. The envoy rushed out and said they would be here at the library. Surprised them with a question. Okay, so we need to ask the envoy something. So we need to locate them. I see, just give it a moment, the envoy will arrive and then you can ask the sim your question. The envoy looks surprised to see Stephanie at the library. They quickly say, I didn't think you would be here so quickly. The Durong's family treasure is hidden somewhere here in the archives. Why not help me uncover its location? I believe you will be the next guardian of their legacy. With that, the envoy slips away once more, their departure raising suspicion. Okay, then we have new tasks that we need to do here at the library. We need to hack a computer at the library and ask someone about the Durong family. The Durong family's interest in art is deeper and more mysterious than your sim expected. It seems the Durongs has been trying to restore an old family painting. With how much they've invested in this restoration, its completion must be very important to the kingdom. However, the royal envoy has been acting a bit too suspicious for this to be a normal restoration project. The behavior makes you some believe this painting might also hold a secret. Okay, and then let's ask Nigel. Nigel says, I'm not too familiar with them, but the envoy who was here kept muttering the wrong art repeatedly while searching through the books. Nigel continues, maybe I should try to look at them too. Okay, so our next task is to search the bookcase. So we do that. After rummaging through the shelves, a book about the Durongs was discovered. Hidden between the pages, a delicate old key slipped out and landed silently on the floor. It might be what the envoy was after. Stephanie hides the key away in a safe place before anyone notices. Best to keep it hidden for now. And now we are asked to return home, and that is the end of the set of challenges. The Wrong Beginnings. Although a key was found, the envoy's behavior seemed a bit off. Why the odd behavior at the library? Continue following the envoy to see what happens next. So we'll only unlock the next set of challenges next week to continue, but for now let's claim the rewards we can get and we can quickly take a look at them in game. So here we have the antique curio display and the draped memorial display table. We got the Durong family key and the heirloom easel of the Durong family. So obviously you can put the key in the antique curio display. And then if we head on over into Cass, we have the luxurious morning robes. Well, that is it for today's video, you guys. Let me know in the comments what reward are you most excited for in this event, and have you started your event yet? I look forward to hearing back from you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day further. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Poison out.
Poison in my mind.